was there too. Let's hurry it up. Where are you, old buddy? Al, what happened, Al? What happened? Al. Hey, Mondo! Mondo!
Face, Mr. Petrocelli.
That's Petrocelli.
This was some beautiful face before I went to that quack. I mean, before I saw that jerk, I had 2 chins. Now I got 3.
Yeah, well, I see a problem, Miss Marsh.
That's Ms. But you can call me Molly.
Molly.
I mean, I was a gorgeous gal before that amateur got a hold of me. He must have got his medical degree through a correspondence school, if he has any degree at all.
Look, Molly, did you sign any papers?
Just look at this figure, honey. When my chins are up, I'm a stunner. A real stunner. One year I was 3rd runner-up in the Miss San Remo beauty pageant.
Yeah, what year was that?
Doesn't matter. Look, this is what he made me sign. Oh, I want you to get that louse in court and tear him apart.
I'll do what I can. Just let me look this over, and I'll see if we have a case, huh?
Oh, we have a case, all right. Just look what he did. I am a professional dancer. My looks are my bread and butter, sweetie.
Well, look, Molly, I have an appointment now, see? But I'll tell you what, I'll do what I can. I'll look it over, and then I'll get back to you, okay?
You know, you're kind of cute.
Well, thank you. Oh, yeah, one more question, Molly. Did the doctor do any other work for you?
Yeah, but it's all still in the right places.
What'd she say the name of that doctor was? Can I help you?
My name's Teresa Rivera. I'd like to see Mr. Petrocelli.
Come on.
Thank you.
Tony, this is Teresa Rivera. Teresa, Tony Petrocelli.
Hi, Teresa. Would you sit down?
Thank you.
Well, I wish all my clients were as pretty as you are. Well, what brought you here, Teresa?
The police called today. They said my brother Mondo was arrested for murder. I didn't know what to do. So I looked in the yellow pages and I found your name.
What about your parents now? Do they know?
They're gone to Mexico on a vacation. I'm taking care of my little brother Juan and my sister Maria. I know Mondo could have never done such a thing. About my brother, just be easy on him. Sometimes he says things he doesn't mean. He's very proud.
Translator, Petrocelli. Kid's been speaking nothing but Spanish.
I'll manage, thanks. Hi. My name's Tony Petrocelli. I'm a lawyer. Your sister Teresa. Well, Teresa asked me to see you. Speak English? Look, kid, I know what it's like to be poor and to be in trouble.
Espérate, libera.
La vaca no es la leche.
La vaca no es la leche.
Yeah, La vaca nos la leche.
You know what that means?
No.
The cow gives us milk. Look, I appreciate you coming down here, Mr.
Petrocelli.
Petrocelli.
Yeah.
But I don't really see what you can do for me. Everybody says I'm guilty.
What do you say?
Well, I didn't do it, but I haven't got a chance.
No, let me decide, huh? Now, what happened to you the night that Benton was killed?
All right, what I tell you is the truth.
That's exactly what I want.
Well, I was working nights for Ben, making deliveries, cleaning up, that kind of thing. And that night I had to make a late delivery because some guy called up and wanted a pizza. Hal told me I could go on home after I dropped it off. But I remembered that I left my notebook at the store. And I had a big math test the next day, so I went back to get it. I was gonna go into the bar next door because Al always went there every night after closing. I was gonna ask him to open up. But when I got to the store, I saw the back door was open. And I figured he must still be inside, so I went in. Hey, Al. It was dark, and I stumbled over something. There was Al lying on the floor with a knife next to him. I started to roll him over, and I got blood on my hands. So I was gonna wipe it off, but I heard some voices, and I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah, where are you, old buddy? Al, what happened, Al? What happened? What is it?
I ran so fast my heart was pounding in my throat. I fell down in the alley, and I figured I was a goner for sure, but I guess Al's friends were kind of slow, and anyway, I made it to my car and drove off. And that's the truth, even if it is hard to believe.
Well, it's hard to believe that anybody could make up that kind of story. But why'd you run?
I was afraid. I figured I stuck around, they'd string me up.
What about your folks? They been notified as yet?
No, my folks are in Mexico on vacation.
Yeah, that's what Teresa told me. Why don't you give me their address, and then I'll get in touch with them, okay?
103 Paseo del Morales.
Is it Placeo?
Paseo. It's Cuernavaca.
Hope I spelled it right.
You ever been in jail, Mr. Petrocelli?
Only as a visitor.
It stinks.
Yeah, I guess it does. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you out of here, kid.
I was, wondering about your fee.
We'll talk about that later, huh? Right now, I want to see the DA. Guard.
Let's go. Vámonos.
But I owe you. Hate to think anyone would think it was a bribe.
Anything from an opponent. Anyway, I was waiting for you.
Opponent? What case?
Manda Rivera.
Oh, listen, I'm running a little late. Walk along.
Okay. But no jogging, huh?
Isn't 5 miles enough? That kid's got problems, Tony. 17, up for murder.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
Come on, we got him solid. His fingerprints are all over the murder weapon.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, he worked for Benton. I bet his fingerprints were in every knife in that store. Find any other prints?
No, just smudges.
Well, the kid said that he went back to the store because he forgot his notebook and he fell over the body.
Well, we found the book. Look, Tony, we've got eyewitnesses that saw the kid run from the store. We have witnesses who were in the bar when Rivera had a violent argument with Benton just a few hours before the murder. Plus, we now have motive.
What?
Just a little thing called getting caught in the act.
Of what?
Stealing. We found a cigar box full of money in the kid's car. $312.
So?
So you show me a kid who's got that much money stashed in his car, and I'll show you a kid who robbed the place, was discovered by the victim, and who killed to keep anyone from finding out.
Hi, Pete.
Doggone it, slow down. I'm puffing. I can't handle all this running.
Hey, I think you better start working out with Billy Hansen.
Yeah, I know. You know what Al Benton was?
You mean besides being a pizza chef?
He was a bookie.
A bookie? Well, how come I didn't know about it?
Well, there were a lot of guys into him for all kinds of money.
Yeah, for instance?
Well, one of his biggest debtors was a guy named Malone. Joe Malone. Tough hombre. He works in a junkyard on the south side. He can't be making more than $200 per week, and he was into Benton for over $5,000.
Anything else?
Malone hasn't made a payment in over 2 months.
Keep digging, Pete, because something about this I just don't like.
All right?
Hi, can you tell where I can find Joe Malone? Hi, Joe Malone?
Look, man, I'll pay. I promise I'll pay. Just tell your people it's coming. I don't need a broken arm to get the message.
Well, you're gonna pay, all right. It's gonna be for a lot more than just your gambling debt.
Who are you?
I'm Tony Petrocelli. I'm a lawyer defending the boy accused of killing your bookie, Al Benton.
Oh, I thought you were one of the syndicate collectors Benton owed. Trying to put the muscle on me for some dough.
I want to ask you a few questions about Benton's death.
That kid did a hell of a job. One hell of a job.
No, he didn't do anything, Malone. But maybe you did, huh? You owed Benton $5 grand and he was squeezing you, but you didn't pay up, did you?
Hey, now hold on, fancy pants.
So you hold on. That's known as motive, kid.
Yeah, big deal. So what?
So what? So where were you if not of the murder?
Look, I know my rights. I don't have to answer no questions from no lawyer.
That's right. Maybe not here, but boy, you better be good in court, kid.
Go on, hotshot. You don't worry me none.
No? You better have an alibi, and it better be good, because I'm gonna stick to you like glue. And I'm gonna tell you something. That gambling debt is gonna be like peanuts compared to a murder charge. I'll see you in court. Honey, you sure she's expecting this?
Well, I called her this morning, said we'd be over.
That's good.
Hey, it's a nice house.
Yeah, isn't it, though?
And they sure keep it nice, what with the parents being away and all.
That Marlowe seems like he's a pretty hard worker.
How long do you suppose before that letter gets to the parents?
Gee, I don't know, maybe a week, maybe less.
I hope they won't be too worried.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Petrocelli. Please, come in. Thank you. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Would you like something to drink?
I don't think so.
I'll have a root beer if I may.
Root beer? Okay. By the way, this is my sister Maria. Hi. And my brother Juan.
Hi.
Juan, una root beer para el señor. Okay? Con permiso, por favor.
Would you help me tie my shoelace, please?
Well, I sure would. Okay, let's see. Oh, what pretty shoes you have. Okay. There you go. Let's have the other one. Someday, Maria, you are going to be able to do this all by yourself.
Will you show me now?
Well, sure. Now, do you know how to tie the knot?
Oh, thank you, Juan.
My name's Johnny.
Okay, thanks, Johnny. Is this your mom and papa?
String like this.
Yeah.
These cards, all these cards from them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How long have they been away, Johnny?
3 months.
Ole. Mm. Ooh, that That smells delicious, doesn't it?
It would make us very happy if you and Mr. Petrocelli would stay for dinner.
Oh, yeah, I'd be delighted.
Maria, Juan, ponga la mesa. Mr. Petrocelli, you would honor us by sitting at the head of our table.
Ah, thank you, Teresa.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Juan?
Gracias a Dios por la comida. Amen.
Why weren't you straight with me, Mundo?
I was.
You were, huh? The police said they found a cigar box full of money in your car. Now, how'd you get it?
I saved it. $312.32.
32 cents.
Yeah, 32 cents. Tell him to look in the ashtray. That's where I keep the change.
You know, for a bright kid, you're pretty dumb. You know that? Did you ever hear of banks? You ever hear of checking accounts?
I don't trust him.
Maybe you should try. If you put your money in the bank like normal people, maybe the police wouldn't have a motive for murder right now. The DA said you had a fight with Al Benton the night he was killed.
Yeah,
What'd you argue about?
I don't know.
Anything to do with the fact that he was a bookie?
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I didn't know. I found out he was using me to pick up bets and drop off payoffs. So that we've had a fight about it.
I see. Well, thanks for telling me now. I mean, you should have told me that at the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I told him I didn't want nothing to do with him. I could have got busted for being his accomplice. And I couldn't risk that. I mean, I'm not gonna risk that for no amount of money.
What was Benton's reaction?
He said I was already involved and he'd get me in trouble if I did anything.
Okay, I can buy that. I'll buy that. But from now on, well, nothing but the truth, huh?
Nothing but the truth.
You know, my wife and I were at your house yesterday. We had dinner with Teresa and Juan and Maria.
They're good kids, huh?
Yeah. I saw the postcards that your folks sent them.
Yeah. Yeah, they send one every week.
Saw the postmark, too, Mondo. It's from San Remo. Your parents aren't on vacation, are they? You promised me the truth.
No.
Where are they?
They're dead. What? They were killed in a car crash in Mexico about 3 months ago. I didn't tell the kids. I just send those postcards like nothing ever happened.
Didn't you figure they'd find out?
They haven't so far. It's all that counts.
How you been supporting him?
Not by stealing. I work hard. I go to school every day. I work afternoons at Felson's Market. I work nights for Benton. I mean, I used to work nights for Benton. Don't you see? That's the worst thing about all of this. Now that I'm in jail, the social workers are going to find out about my parents. Then they'll send the kids off to some orphanages or foster homes or something. I can't let that happen. I mean, once they're bust up our family, we might not ever see each other again. I owe more than that to my parents.
Well, why haven't you at least told your brother and sisters? Don't you think they have a right to know, Mondo? I mean, your mother and father are their parents, too.
Look, as far as those kids are concerned, their parents are still alive. Mom and Papa are still alive. And as long as I don't let on, I still have them. A part of my life ended when I heard my parents were dead. And I know that every day I don't tell the kids, then my parents are still alive for them. I'm sorry. It's okay, kid.
Hey, listen to me. When are you gonna be 18, huh?
It's my...
You know something? Hey. Everything's gonna be all right.
I wish I could believe that.
Believe me, I don't want you to worry about anything. My wife and I and Teresa are gonna take care of the kids. I promise you, everything's gonna be fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I know, honey. I couldn't make it last night. I was working.
18, 11,
Yeah?
15, 16.
No, I'll be here definitely tonight.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
Okay. What?
20.
Still trying to make it come out even, huh?
Yeah, look at that. It just refuses to balance.
Well, you can do it.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure. You're my one and only.
Is that Shirley?
Oh, Alice, I think. How'd it go with Malone?
Well, the guy's got a great sense of humor.
I got a few more names.
Okay, well, fill me in, Pete.
Two big losers. Hector Gomez, address unknown, into betting for $3,000. And a James Wiley. He's run up a tab with betting for $7,000.
7 big ones, huh?
Yeah, I've got Wiley's address. Word is that Benton's boys roughed him up.
Good work, Pete. Anything else?
Oh, well, there have been a bunch of unsolved burglaries in the area of Benton's Pizzeria in the last couple months.
Any leads?
No, there's not even prints. It looks like a pro.
Maybe you better check the police files. There may be some similarities, see?
You bet. As long as I'm through by 8 o'clock.
Alice?
Shirley.
Okay, that's fine, Pete. Look, you just give me Wiley's address. I want to check him out, huh?
Yeah.
Now, you can hit Gomez.
I got him.
Hiya. I'm Tony Petrocelli.
Dennis Wiley.
Hi, Dennis. Just wondering if your dad's home.
No. Yeah, Mom's out too. She works days.
Ah, see. Hey, that carburetor looks shot to me. Could get a rebuilt one. Matter of fact, I got a buddy of mine give you a good deal in one.
No money. I gotta do with what I got.
Well, maybe your father will get lucky and win enough to get you one.
What do you want, mister?
I want to ask you a few questions about your father's gambling.
Why?
Well, I'm a lawyer, and my client was accused of murdering Al Benton.
So what's that got to do with my father?
Well, Benton was a bookie, and your dad was into him for a lot of money.
He would have paid it off.
No, I don't think he would have managed to.
Look, my father's a good man.
I've seen a lot of good men do strange things under pressure, including murder.
No way, mister. No way.
Did you know where your dad was last Thursday around midnight?
Look, so my father's a gambler. He's not a killer. With him, it's, gambling's a disease. It's like alcoholism. He can't quit. My mom thinks he's gonna get better, maybe even stop. But, I've seen it go on too long. Now, I don't preach at him like she does. I just do my best to try and help him.
Why is that?
He's my father. I owe him, mister. When I was small, I was sick. I mean, a lot. My dad stayed with me day and night. My mom told me later he even lost his job because he refused to go back to work until he knew I was okay. Now he's sick. I'd rather give him my money than throw it away on this old heap.
You mean you give your father money?
Well, it's not much, but it helps.
How much do you give him?
What I can. You don't earn a heck of a lot working at Randall's.
Randall's?
Yeah, you know, those restaurants. Got the giant hamburgers going around on the roof. I work at the one at 5th and Reno.
Yeah, I know. I think I've eaten there before, where the food kind of sticks in your throat, huh?
That's the place.
One more thing, Dennis. Where can I find your father now?
Where do you think?
Have another winning day, Mr. Wiley?
How do you know my name?
Well, that's kind of my business. My name's Tony Petrocelli. I wanted to ask you a few things about Al Benton.
What about him?
He's dead.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I read the papers, too. But then, of course, you know, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I want to make a bet.
Look, I think what I have to say is a little more important than the bet.
Yeah? What was that kid's name again? I mean, maybe I ought to write him a thank you note for getting me off the hook, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Hey, where were you last Thursday?
Well, now, Mr.
Petrocelli.
Petrocelli. Where was I last Thursday night? I was home. Alone. Watching TV.
You were home? Alone?
Yeah.
Watching TV, huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't buy it.
Hey, you. I don't need this. You stay out of my way or I'll call a cop.
Hey, look, Wiley, let me tell you something. About my client getting you off the hook. No way. You're still liable for that $7 grand. And this time you won't be dealing with Benton's small-time punks. You'll be dealing with the boys from Jersey City. They just don't break furniture. They break arms and they break legs. So you've got something to say. Now's the time, huh?
Thank you.
Mrs. Petrocelli?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say to Mondo. Things don't look so good for him, do they?
Well, now, whatever made you think that?
I just feel it. Inside.
Well, it isn't true. You know how hard Mr. Petrocelli's been working for your brother, don't you?
Yes, but...
Tony believes that your brother will be found innocent. Believe me, Teresa.
I do. But Mondo's worked so hard to take care of us, to save his money. We owe him so much.
Well, don't you think that's what families are for? Helping each other?
I know. I know. It's just sometimes I feel so useless. You know? There's nothing I can do to help him.
But there is. You can go right in there and tell him how much you believe in him, that we all do, and that he is going to be free very soon. Hey, you can also make him proud of you, too. Tell him how good you've been to take care of your brother and sister.
And that we've been praying for him.
Especially that.
I like you, Mrs. Petrocelli. I feel comfortable with you, you know?
That's a lovely thing to say.
Mondo! Mondo! Mondo!
Teresa. Ah, Teresa. Are the kids okay?
They're fine. They're fine.
They going to school?
Yes, I see to it.
What about you?
I missed a few days, but I'm back now.
You promised me you won't miss no more school because of me, okay?
I promise. It's so good to see you. We miss you so much.
Do they know I'm in jail?
I just told them you were away. That's all.
Good. Come on. If you need any money, I got some hidden in an envelope in my pillow.
All right. Mondo?
Yeah?
I just want to tell you that we all believe you're innocent and that you'll be out of here soon. You should see how hard Mr. Petrocelli's working.
I know, but that doesn't mean he'll be able to get me out. And if I don't make it...
You'll make it. You have to believe it. We've been praying so hard.
You're probably right. But whatever happens, don't you worry. Because everything's gonna be just fine when Mama and Papa get back.
Mama and Papa aren't coming back.
What are you talking about? We've been getting a postcard every week. The last one said they'd probably be home in about...
I'm not a baby like Maria. I can read.
How come you didn't say something sooner? How come you just let it go on?
Because I know how much you love us and how hard you try to keep us from getting hurt. Mondo, I only love you more for keeping it a secret.
Oh, what are we gonna do if I don't get out of here?
You will. You'll see, you will.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
I wish this weather'd make up its mind.
Well, ¿qué pasa?
Pete Ritter,
No, I know that. No, I was asking what's happening.
where'd you learn that?
Teresa. Hey, what is happening, Pete?
Well, those burglaries you asked me to check into,
Yeah?
they happen on a regular basis, about once a month.
And?
And the places that are hit, well, there are a lot of valuable stuff there, but the only thing taken is cash, and not all the cash. Usually it's just a couple $100. It's kind of funny.
I'll say so. Hey, by the way, Pete, look. Here's the discovery motion for Al Benton's books. Dig them up for me, huh?
Well, what do you think we can find?
I don't know. I hope something that we don't already know. Okay, I'll see you later.
You bet.
Okay.
Hey, Counselor.
Hey, Billy.
For the parking meter. Let's call it even.
No, that's my treat.
Yeah, well, the truth of the matter is that, well, I got some bad news for you. I just soon not owe you any money when I tell you.
I'll take it. Shoot.
I just had a meeting with the officers investigating the Rivera case. I gotta tell you, Tony, it's open and shut. We're sure Mondo came back to rob the place. He knew Al Benton would be in the bar next door having a drink. So he used his key to get in. He had another key, the one to the cash register. And he opened it, was beginning to grab the money when he was surprised by Benton. You can imagine what Benton must have been like when he saw the kid stealing. Kid was scared. He knew the kind of trouble he was in. And he only saw one way out.
What is the matter with you? Why do you do this? This is what you do to me. Why
He grabbed a knife and killed Benton.
The topless joint closes.
He heard noises and he hid behind the counter.
Yeah. Where are you, old buddy?
Benton's buddies came in and found the body. And that's when Mondo ran. They chased him, but they were too slow. He got away.
That's simple, huh?
Yep.
You know that cigar box full of money the kid had? Your motive? The kid says he earned it. It's his money. You know something? I believe him.
You're the only one who does.
And about that argument the kid had with Benton? Well, Mondo found out that he was being used for Benton's illegal operation and he wanted out.
Oh, sure, sure. But Ben told him it's too late to get out. That he's in up to his ears. Either way, Tony, that's motive.
No, that's your theory, okay. But you still haven't told me the bad news.
We're gonna try him as an adult.
Billy, that kid is 17.
The boss wants him tried as an adult. I gotta tell you, that's murder one. Sorry, Tony.
Let's see now. According to the ledgers now, Benton's biggest debtors were Wiley at 7 grand. His Malone owed him 5,000. And Gomez 3,000. Gomez was making payments irregularly every couple of months. Malone was he was behind. Hadn't made a payment in 2.5 months.
Hey, look at this. Wiley made a payment the last day of every month.
Let me see that, will you, honey? Pete, let me see the burglary report, will you? You may be on to something here. Let's check this against that. Look. Notice now, Wiley always made a sizable payment to Benton a few days after each of the robberies. Look, I want you to check out a few things from before the trial begins, huh?
You bet.
With a little luck, I think it's all gonna come together.
You were the investigating officer the night of the murder?
Yes, sir.
Would you tell the court what you found when you arrived at the scene of the crime?
I saw the deceased, Albert Benton, lying on the floor of his pizzeria. And there was a knife next to the victim, and the cash register was open. 2 witnesses were present who said they saw the defendant flee the scene of the crime. I was present when the defendant was arrested a few hours later.
You're referring to the 2 previous witnesses, Mr. Adams, Mr. Gold.
Yes.
Is this the weapon you found?
Yes, sir, it has my mark on it.
Did you find any fingerprints on the weapon when you sent it to the lab?
Yes. The prints matched those of the defendant, Armando Rivera.
Your witness.
Thanks. How you doing, officer?
Fine.
Did you find any other prints of the knife?
No, only some smudges.
I understand that you're investigating a series of burglaries in the area of Benton's Pizzeria. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you find any prints in any of those robberies?
No, sir, we didn't. Most burglars wear gloves.
Don't they, though? Thank you. No further questions.
That concludes the case for the prosecution, Your Honor.
Witness is excused. You ready, Mr. Petrocelli?
Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls its first witness, Mr. James Wiley. Al Benton was your bookie, is that correct?
Yes.
And you owed him some money when he died, huh?
Yes.
How much did you owe him?
Look, I don't see that this is any of his business.
Answer the question, Mr. Wiley. This court will determine its relevance.
Thank you.
A few thousand.
Where are you employed, Mr. Wiley?
Circle Shoes. It's a factory on the south side.
And how much do you earn?
I'm a foreman, you know.
How much?
$850 a month.
Take home?
About 700.
$735 to be exact. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Well, according to Al Benton's ledgers, you made monthly payments of over $600. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What do you live on? Would you kindly tell the court where you got the money?
I got it.
Where?
Answer the question, Mr. Wiley.
I got it from my son, who's been working and helping me.
Thank you. Your witness.
No questions.
You're excused, Mr. Wiley. You may call the next witness.
We call Dennis Wiley. You loved your father very much, Dennis.
Yes, sir, I do.
You feel it's your duty to help him.
Yes.
You're giving him money.
Yeah, I already told you that.
Yeah, that's right. And you earned it working at,
Randall's Hamburger Palace, 5th and Reno.
That's the only place you ever worked.
Yes, sir.
According to their records, You make no more than $55 a week. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to offer another version of what happened the night Al Benton died. Dennis Wiley pulled around to the alley and parked his car behind the store. He got out, put on the gloves he'd been using in all his little burglaries, and tried the door. It was locked, but that didn't present any problem to someone that had opened as many doors as Dennis. The cash register was locked. He looked around for something to pry it open with and found Mondo's knife. He forced the drawer open and started helping himself to the money when Al Benton surprised him.
Hey, you!
As Dennis turned, still holding Mondo's knife, Benton lunged at him and ran into the knife. Dennis panicked, dropped the knife, and ran for the nearest exit. Dennis ran to his car and drove off. A few seconds later, Mondo returned to get a notebook he'd left behind. He saw the door open and went in.
Yeah.
But it was dark in the store, and he stumbled on something. It was then that Mondo saw Al Benton lying on the floor. He had no idea what had happened. And before he could do anything, he heard the voices of Benton's friends. He panicked. He thought they wouldn't believe him. And so he hid behind a counter.
Where are you, old buddy? Al, what happened, Al?
And when he thought they were occupied with the body, he ran. But they saw him and chased him, thinking he was the killer.
Hey!
Not knowing Dennis Wiley, the real killer, had long made his escape. Dennis never meant to kill anyone. In fact, he never took anything else in the robberies. Just enough cash to help his sick father. I know you were just trying to help, Dennis.
I only wanted to help. I didn't mean to kill him. But I needed the money. It would have killed my dad. I just needed the money. I didn't even know his name.
Your Honor, I ask that the charges against my client be dismissed.
So ordered.
I took your advice and opened up an account.
Oh.
This is for everything, including the filing of the papers to make me legal guardian of my family. It's my very first check.
Hey, Mondo. Well, look, you're my friend now, so I'd like you to accept this as a birthday gift, okay? Come on.
Thank you. From a friend. I'll take it, too. I just want you to know that you'll always be in our prayers.
Happy birthday, Mondo!
Happy birthday, Mondo! Bring it out, honey.
Here, let me light some candles.
You light it.
Let me light a candle. Make a wish. Make a wish. You have to make a wish. Come over here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
Juanito! Pórtate bien, Juanito.
Boy, Mondo, I sure like you a lot better when you were my brother instead of my father.
Oh, listen to
The kid knows.
Okay, just a wish. This time, now you have to make a wish, okay, Mondo?
My turn.
Okay, everybody quiet. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, everybody can help.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.